welcome back to Apologist News. Please get it, by the way.
Okay, here we go. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh. You again.
You always have to announce your interests like that?
Man, my own man, Man! Now I'm on the funking. It's his fault.
One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly.
You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course, I don't care if they don't like me. I'm ready to go.
Some days I wonder why I do what I do. My badge!
Man, that's so far off the hook. It's off the chain, G.
Seems preoccupied with something else.
Wonder how my Alita's doing. Man, I miss her. Hey man, you won't see me bugging out about 1 or 2 guilty charges. But what if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience. You feel me, Shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
I've learned one thing today. That silence speaks louder than words. Fad.
Man, my old man's whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, let him. Just let me out of it. The day I got out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I saw the next generation of the Kataki family.
Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Hey, take a look at these things that we found out. Nope, not these. These things that we found in the last episode. It was in the Safe Max clinic, and it shows about Vaki's medical stuff, and it was signed by Nurse Lolita Tiala.
Lolita Tiala.
Look at that. It says right there.
Weight, male, age, 19, Waki Kataki, 004600.
Bullet lodged near heart.
Position Palmaractus, Lolita Cleto, bullet lodged near heart. Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait.
That's right, Waki. It's yours.
Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Take a closer look. Here in particular. Where it says nurse, it's signed Alita Tiala.
Huh? You always do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so?
Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting?
Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. About half a year ago, I was caught during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me, hauled me off at the docks. The Maractus Clinic? That's where I met her. My fallen angel.
You mean Alita Tiala?
She was scared of me at first, turns out. And you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies.
Right.
She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. He said real quiet, like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me.
So, that was the proposal?
Know it. An oath to love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye.
About that op.
Yeah? Didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me.
The report's in you?
I know it's still... what did it say?
I know about that report, it's still in me. He's talking about the bullet, but it makes it seem like he was talking about the report.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah. Can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. Hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I?
Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before?
Nah. My old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. It's getting old. Older, I mean.
Move over to... Move to the Eldun's house. Oh, never mind. What am I doing? That's what I do. Freaking dummy dumb.
Dummy dumb butt.
I had to show him the shoes. Blocky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you?
Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She got mad little feet. Mad! So cute, man. So these sandals are hers.
Yeah, I kinda had a feeling.
What's up with the funky vibe?
Sandals
updated in the court
present for Blocky found in Maractus Clinic foyer. Big toe print found on left sandal. Sandal. Now we can go to here. Yes, thank Christ.
Mr. Eldun, we've been looking all over for you. Fuck, I always forget this guy. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. But Mr. Eldun, is everything okay?
I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good.
Mr. Eldun. Mr. Eldun, could you take a look at this?
Medical chart? Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldun? What? What's going on here?
That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial, on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer.
Can you tell us why?
What the fuck? Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son.
No way. It's like a completely different person.
Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. You can still see that bullet stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc'd be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It took no more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops.
Walkie's operation was already a half a year ago.
Why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great. Just great.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair. But the only thing he could do was sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Katakis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So, he skips the operation, and Walkie's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them. He could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Walkie to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting. Hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Walkie. He's real lucky to be alive even now. No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala.
That's right! This operation was how they met.
Yeah. The problem is, she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew that her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking? Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? My God.
Great Scott!
Wait, Scott, what was she thinking?
She wants him to fucking die.
Why would you want him to fucking die?
I don't know.
Yes.
This is it. The big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh. What time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
It's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat is looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo.
That voice!
Hey, get any sleep?
Mr. Wright.
I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy! Do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're already at it. You're at it already, Trucy.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is?
Alita Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's going to be a witness?
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to.
Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
Court is now in session for the trial of Wacky Kataki.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house.
Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see, to his betrothed.
His betrothed?
His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole.
Oh, like Margaret. Very well. You may show the lucky lady to the stand.
Your name and occupation, Ferline.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that, even though I am a gay man who didn't know he was gay and is now involved with a man who I have caused much rulings that he does not like.
Frank, I'm working overtime down here right now.
I
so.
also am named Frank. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait.
Darlene, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Wacky Kataki confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Wacky found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. "I'll teach him," he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Wacky could have done it.
Holy shit! That's pretty bad for my client!
So, the pistol did belong to the Kentucky family then?
Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kentucky mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
Holy fuck! And the bullet that took the victim's life? Was it?
A bullet fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. We never heard this before, alright?
Rifling mark?
Yes! Think of them as being the gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination!
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out that he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time?
Yes. Poor Walkie.
When Walkie found out that Dr. Bractus had lied, he flew into a rage. It must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Oh my god, sorry about the yawning. Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath.
Whenever I do the judge's voice, it takes so much oxygen in my fucking brain, I just can't stop yawning.
Yeah, man. I was doing like... remember when I did Look at Me? You know, that fucking took me out, dude.
Yeah.
That was everything. Our teacher me said. He took one of the family's pistols. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a Switch, Nintendo Switchblade, made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets. And danger.
The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol.
And you already know what happened that night. What happened that night? What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him, I really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen.
The defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems.
The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it.
Walk, 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 walkie-talkie.
How could you say that for certain? How?
Ah.
What the fuck, Airfly? You were afraid from Angeline Befalin. It was the defendant, Walkie, was it? Who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now.
I suppose we do.
So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? Could someone else have used that pistol?
Had to be Walkie.
I'm sure there was another person who could have used that pistol! I just can't think of who. Of course, he was the only one with access. Uh-oh. This is better if I leave it like this.
You may continue with the
Was there really no one else with access to that pistol? Someone with family ties?
Yee. Poor Miss Tiala. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in her position.
I'm a little more concerned for her fiancé. Why would she testify against him like this?
Because Little Plum.
So who took the gun?
Little Plum.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, no, but I'm trying to remember who else is in the fucking family. There was another.
My God.
That I'll figure out in a second.
Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
The person who gave it to him.
What's this?
Interesting. Well, that's the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with the access was.
Okay. No. Possibly. No. Possibly. No. Possibly.
We just said it wasn't him.
He's in question. No. So it's either someone in his family.
It's
Not Plum.
okay.
It could be Alita, I guess. We said it's not him. So it's Alita.
Well,
Alita Battle
Of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala, who played Alita Battle Angel? Who played her? I forgot. It was...
No fucking idea.
Well, it was me, I guess. I'll take credit.
No, you're not that... You're sexier than whoever the hell played Alita. Yeah.
I believe it was Spielberg, actually.
Spielberg played Alita Battle Angel?
Yeah, I mean, he was running out of money, so...
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court, Jesus.
Like
You
the
heard-
occult.
Cult. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning!
No.
Let's make it this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé? And killed the man in cold blood on his behalf?
I'm doing like a reserved, what's her name? From the White Lotus?
Oh. I can't tell you.
Jennifer, Julian, Jessica...
Jennifer Garnett.
Jessica...
Coco.
What's her name? But I'm doing like... I reserved her.
Yeah. I heard of people doing strange things for love, but this...
It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure.
Yeah!
But I think I would hesitate at murder.
I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive behind wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim, and we will do that. We will show them in
The next
If you
episode.
watch this episode, apologize to make sure you like, subscribe, and probably notified until we upload, which is
Every single day.